Spire, and so if he didn't make the Archons, A15 could just get a crap ton of Mulisks and destroy everything.
Yeah, he's got a Spire, but he doesn't seem to have many air units out right now.
Right, well usually lately what Zerg's been doing is just getting the Spire just to get some Scourges out to try and control the Corsairs, and Backho is like, alright, well you've got Scourge to kill my Corsairs anyway, so I'm just not going to make any more Corsairs. He's just going to go for a ground army. But here's the thing is, oh, Jesus, a ton of Hydralisks going down to that first storm. Nice storms, a lot of damage being done. Wow. And
Nice.
if he has one more storm in him, there goes the last storm. Oh, there's more Hydralisks coming in from the bottom, actually, so he could theoretically take this out. Oh, the High Templar getting sniped from behind. So 815 just with way too many units. For a second there, I thought he was going to have stormed enough units that the Zealots would be able to polish off those Hydralisks, but more Hydralisks coming in from the bottom as well, and killing off those High Templar before they could turn it into an Archon. Usually, Zealots are really, really good against Hydras. I mean, I didn't actually went to the StarCraft lecture at Berkeley the other day, and so I didn't know this beforehand, but they mentioned it takes 26 hits for a Hydralisk to kill a Zealot. 26 hits. I had never realized that before. I knew Zealots were good, but that's just a little ridiculous.
Wow. There was a lecture on StarCraft?
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't tell you about that. Yeah, some guys at UC Berkeley, there's a method to like teach your own class if you get enough people interested or whatever. And so one of the guys that has won World Cyber Games US like twice, his name is Yosh, or that's his nickname, and one of his friends, they decided to teach a class about StarCraft. And so yeah, the main guy, Nimue, who's one of the main instructors, he's like a physics major or something like that. He knows a lot of really advanced math, and so he talks about the advanced math behind calculating, statistical probabilities in StarCraft, and analyzing the ratios of units and all kinds of stuff like that. I've been uploading the lectures to YouTube on Violattack if you're interested in actually watching them. Half of it is high level math that no one can understand, and half of it is like watching replays of Pimpus plays and analyzing them. Anyway, again, I've said this the last time we did do a commentary, but I'll just make the disclaimer again. Barefootedwonder isn't a pro at StarCraft. He's still kind of getting into pro StarCraft, and so don't bag on him or anything if he makes a bad call or something like that. But just out of curiosity, who would you say do you think is winning at this point?
Well, I do see quite a bit more units on the ground for whoever's Zerg. What is that? I forget their names already. Anyways, 815. 815 seems to have some more.
It's on the right side of your YouTube video.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah,
he's got a pretty good marauding force running around, but he doesn't seem to be doing much with it just yet, other than keeping Backho from doing much with his marauding forces.
There's that shuttle you were talking about. He could be going for a storm drop or something like that. Oh, he spots it though. It's definitely going to get shut down. He's Hydralisks everywhere. That shuttle is... Oh, it's trapped! It's trapped! It's got nowhere to go! Oh, where is he going to go? Oh, yep, Hydralisk closing in from all sides. And Scourge. And there we go. Yeah, he has to drop it out prematurely. So, unfortunately, he's just going to take a couple pot shots at Hydralisks instead of going for a drone attack or anything like that. Yeah, usually what I try and do when I'm trying to analyze games is, like you said, look at the amount of units they have, and also, what units they have that are good against the enemy's units. Also, you want to look at the base count, so they both got 4 bases right now, and normally you'd say, oh, they both got 4 bases, so that's even, but Backho's just getting his 5th base up now, and usually the Zerg actually wants to have extra bases, so as far as his economy goes, Backho's actually kind of winning in a sense. But like you said, A15 has a lot of army.
Hello?
Wait, yes,
hello?
Or did we get disconnected for a second?
Your audio cut out a bit.
Oh, sorry about that.
I don't know, I couldn't hear you. Maybe they could.
Well, they could
Being
because I'm
recorded on your
recording.
computer, they probably heard you.
Hopefully they did. Otherwise, there's something dreadfully wrong with my computer. Actually, A15 just got his base up too. Anyways, while you were gone, I was just talking about how they both have about the same amount of bases. But that's better for Backho, because the Zerg wants to have more of an economy. But he has a ton of units. Now, here's the thing. Here's a little quiz for you, I guess. When the enemy has a ton of defense at their front door, how do you get past that and destroy them anyway?
Well, you could either try to power your way through, or you try to do a mass drop behind their defense line.
There you go, exactly. I think that's what A15 needs to do right now, is a big drop, because it's going to be really hard for him to kill all these units. Backho just has a huge ball of units right now, and he's just kind of wandering around with me. He has a lot of Psy Storms available to him as well, and those Templar. If A15 were to do a drop right now, it could be devastating, because he has such a large army, he could easily do a drop and then also have enough of an army to distract Backho's main force, while his drop completely destroys the main base. We'll see if he does that, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was maybe trying to get Arbiters just towards that that eventual goal.
Well, you usually don't see Arbiters in play versus Zerg. Sometimes you do. Actually, the Arbiters can be very good. I'm surprised we don't see them more often. Just for some reason, you don't see them very often. Especially if you get Arbiters and Corsairs. So we're probably not going to see it because Backho doesn't make Corsairs. But if you can have Corsairs to kill the Overlords, then Arbiters can be pretty effective. But we do see A15 though getting some higher tech units. He's got his hive up now, and so he's going to get Defilers. And we saw earlier. Well, again, what would you say is kind of the primary component of Backho's army right now? What unit does he have the most of?
Seems to have a lot of Hydralisks.
No, that's A15.
I mean, okay. Looks like Dragoons.
Yeah. Well, he had a lot of Hydralisks. He just got a ton of them stormed to death, though. Wow. A15 just lost a lot of units. That's what I was talking about with those Psy Storms. Ouch. Ow. Oh, man, that is painful. Oh, man. People always sympathize with the race that they play the most. And lately I've been playing a lot more Zerg. So I know what that feels like, to get my whole army just stormed to crap. And then not be able to do anything about it. But, A15
all your
is
little
a lot...
pet Zerg.
What's that?
All your little pet Zerg get owned.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the video quality, by the way. It's messing up right now. We'll probably get back to normal in a second. Yeah. Now, if he's expended all of his storms, though, and he just keeps sending in units, eventually he has to run out of Psy Storm, right? And it looks like he's still got some Psy Storm. He's still storming, but look at that. Over the course of that, he's managed to slowly, send in, a dozen Zerglings to kill one Dragoon, but he has so many Zerglings that he's actually managed to kill that entire army. And, wow, and he didn't even have to use Swarm. That's what I was going to get at earlier, is when they have a lot of Dragoons, you can use Dark Swarm, and it makes it really effective. But he didn't even have to. Look at this. He's completely out of High Templar now.
Oh, there's that Dark Swarm you were talking about.
Yeah, Dark Swarm, very, very good at sniping Nexuses, especially if they're completely out of High Templar or whatever. That's kind of like the Zerg late game tactic of choice. Is you can just run in when you have the Adrenal Gland upgrade, which you have to have Hive to get. It makes your Zerglings attack really, really fast. So 12 Zerglings can run in and kill a Nexus in a matter of seconds. Anyway, I think what you were saying earlier about the A15 having a larger army is now definitely playing into things. Backho is definitely on the back foot at this point. He had a ton of storms and he killed a ton of units, but A15 just has so many hatcheries. He was able to reproduce his army so quickly, over and over and over again. I really wonder how much money he had in the bank before all this started, because he must have had some savings. And he didn't even go for Ultralisks or anything like that. He's just been all Zerglings. This is ridiculous. And wow, it looks like 815 actually is going to win. It's kind of too bad for Backho. It would have been nice for him to get right back into the swing of things and win his MSL Prelim group and get back into playing immediately after getting over his injury, but looks like he's going to have to wait to MSL next season. Or I guess he could theoretically get into the OSL or something like that. Did you watch?
That's a lot of Zerglings.
Yes, it is. Barefootedwonder, have you seen...
They just keep coming!
That's the power of Zerg, man. Have you seen the Winners League finals?
I don't know. I can't keep track of what I watch is called.
Okay. There's the